Good morning, Team Laura. Happy Friday. Nice, foggy, drizzly Friday, but still Friday nonetheless. Really quick, just a couple updates I want to let you know about. So as of right now, an update on employer third-party administrator missing information email. As of right now, this is being delayed and taken down, and it will not be available for participants. We might get a bit more callbacks or call-ins as of right now in regards to that information, because it's not demonstrated as of right now. There are some changes to the state tax job aid, so you can review over the email from Emily that's attached to the email for the Friday radio. And then the master file and the pay tool will also pop up from CC Central. I know that the pay tool comes up from tax information. I'm not sure where the master file is, so if anyone knows how to get to that, let me know from CC Central. Now, a couple things in regards to the supervisor line when contacting them, because we got an email, I believe Laura forwarded it from Jason, but if there's a long hold for the supervisor line, what you can do is request for a callback, and what you'll need to do is select escalated callback request on CC Central, and then put the details of the reason for the escalated call and the callback. One thing I feel about this that hopefully, like if there is a long line, is that the reason why they want that escalated call, they might calm down a little bit, and it might be beneficial for when the person calls back, or when the supervisor does call back, that the person would be a little bit calmer, hopefully. But the one thing you can always do in that scenario as well is kind of talk with the person through it. I guess my strategy with before getting to, like, if there's always those one situations that are really bad where you have to give them to a supervisor, because there's just, at that point there's nothing you can do. But there are some where you can talk with them. I always think of it as like when you're talking to a toddler who's just screaming at you and not being reasonable, of talking in a calm voice, kind of like setting off a bomb as that timer, and talking in a calm voice, making sure that you are very confident, and I guess the word to say is confident and 100% sure, at least sound 100% sure about what you're talking about, and knowing that this is the information I have in front of me and it's not going to change no matter what. And I get a lot of calls where if I can't verify someone, they immediately ask for a supervisor. I try to work with the person and let them know that we take our security very seriously, and you can answer general questions, but nothing specific, and then kind of at least make sure they understand how to, in very general speaking ways, to get their security logging into the account online. If they're not an institutional person, then going to the employer, talking to the employer about any contract information that they might have, or employer information that they might have. If it is institutional, then telling them to go review over their records and information, any of that kind of stuff. Last thing to note that I didn't see any of our team doing it, but when we get those messages in regards to system issues, not to reply all, I know we got a lot of those reply all messages. You would just want to hit reply and then report the issue that you're seeing, or if you can do Control Alt print screen on your keyboard, you can do that, and then you should be able to click on the error that you're receiving, and then put it into that message and just reply, not reply all, just so it's reported. And then always send in a use form for system issues that you're seeing, and make sure you track your time. So I always keep like that notepad on the keyboard or on my screen and track my time there. So that always helps. Just a couple things in regards to me. I know you guys know, at least by now, that I'm getting married, but I'm getting married May 18th, so it's coming up very soon. I'm getting very excited. Get a lot more overwhelmed as the day comes closer and closer. Everything is pretty much set and done for, but it's just a couple little things to get done, and that's about it. It's always the little things. And then one other exciting thing that happened on March 21st, my nephew was born, so I am officially an aunt now. And one funny thing that happened when George, my 4-year-old stepson, when he found out that I was now officially an aunt, he thought, when I was going to FaceTime him, he thought that I was an actual aunt, and he thought I was going to look different because of it. So his response to it was he did not want to see me because he was scared that I was going to look like an aunt. And so now that's a running joke in my house of when he says, I don't want to see you, is I don't look like an aunt anymore. But I hope you guys have a great rest of your day and a great weekend. I get to go this weekend to, I'm a child car seat safety technician. So what I do is I help parents install their car seats securely and make sure they understand how to install their car seats. And I have what's called the Stork Affair at Mercy tomorrow, so I will be there for most of the morning tomorrow. So if anyone has any new nephews, nieces, friends who have babies, new babies, or you're just concerned about anything coming up, if you have kids at all, or just a question, feel free to stop over. I'll be able to answer anything, and then there's a whole bunch of other things and free food too. So it's always good. But you guys have a good weekend. Bye.